What's up, guys? Jesse Steele here. If you're watching this, it's very likely that you've supported my YouTube channel since me and Brendan Hayes started it back in 2023. Or perhaps you're talking to me on Instagram, you're talking to Brandon Hayes on his Instagram, or you're talking to one of my assistant coaches or assistant staff. However, whichever person you're talking to from the company, you're here for a reason. Okay. It's likely that you're struggling in your dating life. It's likely that your dating life is not where you want it to be. So, we're here to talk a little bit about that. It's also likely that you booked some time with me for 90 minutes to 2 hours. And I want to discuss a little bit about what we're going to talk on during this call and how we're going to get you to point A, where you are now, miserable, not fun, not getting laid, not having girlfriends, getting played, insecure, blah, 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 blah. How we're going to get you from that person and how we're going to break you out of that person into the new you, the new and improved you, the guy who every man respects, the guy women love, right? And the guy who has presence any room he walks to. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Guys, I talked to many of you. A lot of you are either in your mid 20s to late 30s. And I want you to think about that for a second because society has fooled you that your 50s is middle age. No, the average life expectancy of men in America, the United States of America, is 74 years of age. That means if you're 37, you're already middle age. All right. That is a hard pill to swallow. I know I had a hard time swallowing that pill. All right, I'm almost there. But it's a good time to realize that if you're in your 30s, if you're over 37, okay, you have to attack this problem because you basically went half your life without enjoying the small things in life, right? Without enjoying women, right? Without having flings, without having someone to share those special moments with, okay? Just want to be sure you're conscious of that. Okay, you might fall in that range. You might be 25 to 40, and perhaps a lot of you guys have been focusing on your careers. You're like, oh, career. Society told me if I make a lot of money, all the women will come. Yeah, if you pay them, right? You start looking at relationships as a transaction. Relationships should not be a financial transaction. They should be an emotional transaction. Okay, and an emotion transaction means that she will do things for you that she doesn't like to do, and you'll do things for her that you might not like to do. Okay, but that is what a relationship is. Okay, so I want you guys to think about this because you're very focused on your career. Perhaps you're healthy, right? You don't like any health and stuff like that. And now it's kind of like, okay, let me take a step back. Where am I going to focus on this? When am I actually going to start doing this? Okay, so what I'm about to show you is what I call the yin and yang of dating success. What is the yin and yang of dating success? You know where your dating life starts, guys? It starts right here. Okay, it starts in your mind. In order for you to be successful with women, you have to do a few things. Okay, one is yes, be confident, right? Everybody tells you that. Oh, I have to be confident, this and that, bullshit, blah, blah, blah. However, what is confidence? How do you develop that confidence, right? Guys, your confidence is going to be built with a few things. One, you're going to get comfortable with the uncomfortable. Why? Because if you ever feel uncomfortable doing something, but you're already comfortable with the discomfort of life, you're going to be able to attack it head on. Now tell me what's more attractive to a woman? A guy who's hiding from facing something difficult or the guy who attacks it head on? Right? Exactly. That's what confidence is. It's being comfortable with the uncomfortable. You guys have to get there. Okay. So that's what's going to develop the confidence. And in order to track that, you have to track your small wins. And that's why I'm here, is to show you exactly how to do that. Develop your confidence, because if you develop your confidence, women will be attracted to you without even saying a word. All right. Get that straight, guys. If you want, pause the video right now and look at the left-hand side. There's a lot to go through. We're going to go over this in more detail during the call, the 90-minute call. If you haven't booked that call, the link is down in the description, guys. I will talk to you then. Let's jump on to the outer game of things. Okay, what is outer game? The yin and yang. Yin is inner game. The yang is outer game. Outer games is the actions and the systems that get you results. The actions and the systems that get you results. Okay, how many of you guys watching this, raise your hand, have seen a girl, she's beautiful, but you didn't go approach her because you didn't know what to say, because you had approach anxiety. You didn't know how to be flirty. all your interactions are platonic, so on and so forth. A lot of excuses why you didn't go approach her, because you didn't have a system in place that allowed you to take action. Now, I hear this all the time too, where guys are like, oh, you know what? The right girl will just come to me. God will send me the right girl. Be like, dude, God has been sending you the right girl, but because you don't have a system, you didn't go approach her. But because you didn't know how to lead with masculinity, you didn't go get the girl. Because you didn't know how to flirt, you didn't get the girl. So God could put it in there, but if you don't take action as a man, right, you're never going to get what you want. So that's what outer game is we're going to teach you exactly what you need to do and how you're going to do it. All right. And we're going to teach you how to be the ultimate man, the man who is confident, the man other men respect, and the man women desire. Very important for you guys to understand that this is what I call the yin and yang of dating. This is what it's all going to be about. So we're going to connect the call. Tell me where you are now, where you want to be, and let's figure out what is that wall in between preventing you from getting there. That's what we're going to talk about. It's all going to begin with getting comfortable with the uncomfortable. All right. So I ask you to be transparent with me. I'll be transparent with you. A lot of you guys have been following me for a while, whether it's on Instagram or on YouTube, wherever it is, have been following Brandon on Instagram or here on YouTube, or been talking to our assistant coaches for a long time. But I want you to feel comfortable. I want you to be transparent in this call because it is a long call. I'm giving you my time. So I just asked you that you give me the truth. So we'll stay in touch, guys. I'll talk to you guys soon, probably within the next 24, 48 hours. Stay in touch, boys, and we'll talk to you next time.